Hello and welcome back to the Combo Masters channel. My name is Cam once again, and this is part 2 of our 3-part series going over every single set 1 card, and we are doing actions today. There are 39 actions in this set, which is basically the same number as attacks, which there are 40 attacks in this game, in set 1 of the game. And with that, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and let's dive right back into our database of sorts. And we're starting off our attacks with card number 41, Demon Pig, who is a dual type magic and creature, and you may discard as many of your opponent's cards as you want, but you must deal 3 damage to yourself for every discarded card. So there's a bit of a win-lose, but as we've seen with Heatwave, it is a pretty okay thing to deal a little bit of damage to yourself to give yourself an advantage. Smile Flower, who's the final part of the flower archetype that we're hoping to expand in set 2. Shield Blob. Oops. Secret of the Blob, which is a blob support card. A Pretty Bad Gift. Happy Doggo, who is a part of the healing archetype that the doggos have. Sad Doggo is the second part of that. And to complete that, we have Sleepy Doggo. Next up, we have Homing Missile. Tater Tot Puppy, who starts the Super Spud archetype, which we'll get to later. Another part of the Super Spud archetype is French Fry Henchman here. Ghost Explorer, which is a good discard recycle. Knife Conjury. Crab Punch. Magic Spell Broken Hand, which has a melee requirement but is a magic type. Snavy Claw, which I've been saying Snap Claw, but Moz keeps saying Snavy Claw, so I'm going to say Snavy Claw since this is his character. Nuke. Potato Rain. Smoke Screen, which is a divisive card if you can read that ability. Fortune Cookie, which is definitely the least powerful card, or not even least powerful, just kind of useless. It says, go find a coin and flip it. If heads, heal 4 damage. If tails, take 4 damage. So, I mean, if you're willing to risk it, there's probably some fun strategy that we can make out of it, but it's definitely the worst card in the game. Quick Draw, which was the last card to be made in the set. Spaghetti Tornado, which you just simple draw 2 cards, a nice pot of greed situation. Spooky Spaghetti Monster, which is our first card with a 4th requirement, which means he can only be played as the 4th card or later in your chain. He's also the first uncommon action we've seen. And to go with our Gargantuan Worm, we have Gargantuan Snack Time. Arrow Storm. Sludge Blob, which clogs up your opponent's chain. Gang Up. Buff Kid, which is arguably the best action in the game. He still has the 4th requirement like Spooky Spaghetti Monster, but all attacks in this chain played after this card deal +2 damage. Health Draining Knife, which is an enter ability. Fruit of the Heart, Potato Vigilante. Here we have Mint Drop, which is the best healing card in the game, arguably. You can only have 2 of them, but it's healing 8 health. It restricts you from playing action cards next turn, which is a huge drawback, but it's still overall a very good card. Ray of Sun Guy, which is a flower support card. Honey Bear, my favorite artwork in the game. Whirlpool, Smile Guy, and I think this brings us into our 3 rares for our actions, starting off with Neo Smile Guy, who can only be played if Smile Guy is in play already. You return Smile Guy to your hand and remove 2 creature type cards in your opponent's chain. So if your opponent is playing, let's say, worms or blobs or any of the other main creature archetypes, this is a decent choice, even though you can only have 1. Next up, we have Here Lies Moz, which has a cool green border with the purple. I think this card turned out really cool. You choose 1 card from your discard pile that does not have a requirement, and you add it to your chain. It's a very good discard card. And finally, we have Ghost Magician, who is the head honcho of the Ghost archetype for set 1. And when this card is in play, you can play reflex cards directly from your hand, which is very good. We want to stretch out reflexes, which you'll see in the final video of this 3-part series, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, and that brings us to the end of part 2 of the every single card in set 1 video series. I hope you've been enjoying these, looking at every single card in the game. Make sure to check out some packs if you want to. And with that, make sure to combo on, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.